so I thought I'd pop in here face to face. It's been a while since you've seen my face, so hello. And just give you a little bit of a life update and a little bit of an explanation of some of the things that are going to be coming to my channel. And then I'm going to give you a little stash tour. So if you watched my channel, if you've been watching my recent videos, on Wednesday I mentioned my husband was being furloughed. So he is considered an essential worker, but they are doing these like rotating furloughs. So I know for sure that he will be out of work for a number of weeks starting April 20th, and then hopefully he goes back, right? And then someone else takes the furlough, and that's the way this is working. So they have work, they just don't have enough work for everybody. So I am not a big shopper unless it's crafty stuff. I don't buy shoes, I don't wear jewelry. I do like a good pair of Lululemon leggings, but the part that this furlough is going to hit, like, big time, is my crafty spending. I am a sucker for stamps, guys. It's true. And paper. And epoxy flares. And pretty much all the scrapbooking stuff. And I am a shopper. So this is going to be hard for me in that respect, because I mean, everything else in my life I'm a minimalist except for my scrapbooking and crafting supplies. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to share this journey with all of you on my YouTube channel, and I'm hoping that if you are someone in a position where you have to stop spending money, not that you want to, that's a whole different ball game, and I applaud anyone that has the willpower to just not. I don't have that willpower. I can barely get through a 1 month spending freeze, and we're talking like I might not be able to have my scrappy budget back till maybe August. So yeah, this is going to be like a long haul kind of thing. So my friend Christy said, you totally need to do a Sarah's Stash quarantine series on your channel and be honest about how hard it is. And I'm like, okay, I think that will work. So that's what I'm going to try to do. That being said, I will say this, and I mean, this isn't just going to impact like my spending. It's going to impact like some of my design team stuff, right? Because so I'm on four design teams. And so I will be getting those, caveat, I will be getting products from my 4 design teams. So that's good, right? That's good. But even in that respect, like for instance with a cherry on top where I get to pick my products and I get to pick what they send me, I'm going to have to be like really smart about shopping, right? I'm going to have to be like, I'll have this budget and I can't go over it. And so I'm really going to have to be super careful with even my design team orders from a cherry on top. So yeah, maybe I'll do some hauls and kind of give you an idea of how I am using that money to make the biggest impact. So I'll be doing lots and lots of stash driving. A couple things that people have commented on that they'd like to see me use up and use a lot of as washi tape and 6x6 paper pads. I have those things. So yeah, we will go ahead and do that. I will also be introducing you to ideas for grabbing lower cost items like cut files or sequins or things like epoxy flare, and mixing those with some older products in my stash. And so if you have a little scrappy budget, this would be where you would want to come to for things like that, for purchasing ideas that are low budget, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's my plan. Yeah, this is going to be fun and it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. I'm a shopper. I love to shop for new stamps and new paper, and I'm dreading it. I'm scared to death. Yeah, it's not going to be fun, but it might be fun. We'll see, right? So I have a lot of people that are like, when I posted in the Rediscover Your Stash group that this was happening, I had a lot of people that were like, take advantage of this. You can do this. And I was like, all right, okay, well, what do I call it? And how do I do it? And my friend Christy was like, Sarah's spending quarantine. And I'm like, okay. So videos where so from here on out, videos where I'm going to be digging deep into my stash and using up stuff from my stash, things that are not related to some of my design teams. We'll have in parentheses behind the video, Sarah's spending quarantine. And then you know that these are pages where I pull out my stash, or if I'm using new products, I'm using new products that are low budget, easily able to be gotten, and then mixing them up with my stash, right? And I'll try to do another check-in or just watch the videos, Sarah's spending quarantine videos, and you'll know how I'm doing, because I don't know about this, guys. This is like hard for me. This is going to be super hard for me. But I'm hoping that I can just kind of dig in and really get into my stash and maybe empty out some of my room. So I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to show you the size of my stash. I'm not going to show you all my product because, so this is my desk, and then here I have 2 IKEA containers that hold my design team products. So these are the current Spiegel Mom Scrap sequins. These are the current Wild Whisper collections. These are my current design team products from Cherry on Top, and they just sit right in front of me because most of the time I'm working or pulling from those and working for my design team projects, right? Okay, so that's just right here, and that I'm not going to show you. But straight ahead of me is a wall of, well, stash, basically. It's right there. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you what I have in my stash, and please leave a comment below. Let me know, like, what kinds of things you would like me, if you want me to focus on anything, if you have questions about using your stash. I'm hoping that this can be a joint effort between all of my subscribers and myself, and that we can brainstorm and we can come up with unique, fun ways to use our crafting supplies and see how that works. Okay, so I'm going to take you on this journey with me, and we'll do the best that we can. So I'm going to show you my stash. Leave comments below. Let me know, like, what kinds of stuff do you want? There are some things I don't do. I mean, I'm just going to, like, throw that out there. I don't do double page layouts. I am not a big canvas person. I do traveler's notebooks. I do pocket pages. I do 8.5 by 11 and 12 by 12 layouts. 12 by 12 is the biggest size canvas that I feel comfortable working in. So I do cards. I'm not going to get out of my comfort zone. I know so many people are like double page spreads. I can give you some YouTubers that do amazing double page spreads. One of them is Collie Bing, ColiEBing. She's amazing. Everything she does is a double page spread, and it's awesome. She is one of my very favorite scrappers, so shout out to her. But I tend to go more small. So, yeah, so that's it. I've said so like 1,000 times. So why don't I flip my camera around and show you my stash? Okay, so this is an overview. Trying not to get my finger in here. This is an overview of what my stash looks like. Okay. So it runs from that corner table there all the way to the printer, right? This is what I would consider my stash. I know some people have way bigger stashes. Mine is fairly significant though. I do scrapbook a lot, so it could be much worse, but it's a pretty decent stash. Okay, so let's get down into the nitty gritty and show you where everything is and what everything is. So down here we have all of my 6x6 paper pads. They're in these cute little copper bins. These are planner stickers, which I am a planner girl and I do use these on a weekly basis. So those we're not going to even count as stash. Those are just planner stuff. This container and this container are full of 6x6 paper pads and papers. So what is significant about these 6x6 paper pads? These 6x6 paper pads are what I like to call one-off paper pads, which means I don't have 12x12 papers that match them. I don't have embellishments that match them. They are really just 6x6 paper pads. Lots of them are old. There are also some A4 paper pads in there from Prima. I mean, I have everything from Chamel's first line to like there's some older Maggie Holmes back there. So lots of 6x6 paper pads right there. Then we come this way and we get to the pile. So let's talk about this pile. Up here in this 31 container is random embellishments. So again, these are embellishments that I don't have coordinating collections for. There are things like wood veneers. There are things like enamel dots, just random embellishments. This pile here is a set of thickers that I desperately want to use up and get out of my stash. And I count a thicker stash to be done when I don't have any more E's. So that's when I don't have any more vowels, they're gone. So these thickers still have vowels in them and I want to use them. It's not a super tall stash, not a super tall pile. So maybe we can get those worked on. I have this stack. So I'm kind of known, if you're in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club or the Facebook group, or even the Rediscover Your Stash Facebook group, I'm kind of known for my piles. Since moving into my new scrap room, this is really the only place that there's a pile. Okay, so what's in these? This holds all of my printables for my COVID-19 Traveler's Notebook, and you were actually going to get 2 process videos this week using some of those products. This one holds my How to Kill a Kit with Style. This one holds random pattern paper. So this is 12x12 paper. I don't have a collection to go with them. You run the gambit. There's everything in there. This is what I usually use to pull from when I do my How to Kill Kit with Styles. These are extra page protectors. And then one of these has all of my stencils in it. And this box was supposed to be sent back, but they never sent me a return shipping, and that was before the pandemic, so I have no clue what that's due. If that's ever going to go back, it was a company sent it to me on accident. Okay, so then we have the paper tower. So I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see this. This is a paper tower. Inside the paper tower is bags. These are 12x12 Ziploc bags, and in each bag is a collection of products. So for example, this is Altany's last scrapbooking collection. All of it, every piece of it. This one is Cocoa Vanilla's You Rock. All the pieces that I have left of that. Grab another one. So you can see how I organize this. I organize by collections. So I have like, this is Paige Evans, Truly Grateful. It's all the embellishments. If I have a 6x6 paper pad, any part of that collection is in this one bag. So these are all collections. So these are all stash collections and they're not new. There's everything from like Basic Gray. I have some Sassafras Lass in there. Actually, no, I don't have any Sassafras in here. It's in that bin down there. It's in one of the Iris containers because I ended up just having like a little bit left of a couple lines. They're in there. And then we move over to here. So these are my stamps. I am not super, I like bins. I like open storage. I like to be able to see and flip through everything. So my stamps are grouped together by manufacturer. So here's all my Ink Road stamps. And then if you come over here, we have all my Wild Whisper stamps, all my Altany stamps, all that. This is by no means a full, this is most of my stamps. I do have a few more kind of stashed here and there, and they are grouped together by manufacturer, but I keep them in open storage where I can see them and flip through them because that's just the kind of scrapper I am. Okay, so I'll pull back so you can kind of see how that works. Kiwi Lane templates, my paintbrushes are here, and then all of my shimmer sprays. But my stamps are handy. They're right here, and they're just in these 2 bins. And I know some people have tons more stamps than me. I get it. But trust me when I say that I buy stamps like a crazy girl. Okay. Then we have this. So what is this? This is any collection. This is same as the paper tower. So I ran out of room in the paper tower and I started lining them up here. So these are the same thing. These are collections. Just like in the paper tower, they're bagged up all together, but I have all of those as well. The last bit of my stash is my sequins. So yeah, again, I like open storage. I like to be able to flip through things and look at things and touch things. And yeah, so these are my Spiegel Mom scrap storage. And as you can see, we've moved over from just this large punch bowl into a second one. Yeah. Okay, so that is my stash. And that's the stuff that I'm going to be needing to pull from and dig through and use. And yeah, so all of my things like my Chanel sketches, pulling, all that. I have some Starshine in there that I should probably pull out and use. And like I said, I also have that 6x6 paper pad. So, you know, I definitely have supplies. I'm not going to run out of stuff, but some people buy makeup, right? Some people buy tons of clothes. Some people buy shoes. Some women buy shoes. Some men buy football jerseys. I buy pretty paper and stamps. So, that's where we're headed. That's where we're headed. So this is going to be a little bit of a long time. Christina and I are going to probably do a spending freeze in the Rediscover Your Stash group, which has challenges and things like that. So we might pull some of that from that group. But, yep, let's get going. This is going to be hard. So any support, any ideas, if you have anything you want me to focus on, you know, that would be great. I honestly have thought about doing something where I get one of my kids to come into my room and just pull a bag out of my paper tower and then scrapbook with it till it's gone and pull another bag, something like that. Probably not till it's gone, probably till I get bored. Yeah, I get bored. That's my thing. I've said that so many times on this channel. Like, I am a big shopper mostly because I get bored. It's terrible. Okay, well, that's it, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for everything. And yeah, be sure to take a peek and leave me a comment below. Give me some direction as to what you'd like to see. What kinds of stash items, what kinds of things you like to see. Like I said, I've started a list and I already have washi tape and 6x6 paper pads. So I'll try to be pulling those things into my layouts. Even my layouts for some companies like Spiegel Mom Scraps, my Cut to You layouts. Those are design team layouts, but I have a lot of artistic, I have a lot of freedom to use whatever products I want with those cut files, with those sequins. So, we can pull those in even for some of my design team layouts. So, all right, I'll see you all again very soon. Bye.